An iconic pollster has warned the UK is on the brink of collapse as UK-wide polling reveals Scotland is likely to become independent within the next decade. Polls undertaken by survey companies on behalf of the Sunday Times revealed UK voting habits across the four nations of the United Kingdom to gauge attitudes towards the Union. In Scotland, polls found 49% backed independence compared to 44% against, a margin of 52% to 48% if the undecideds are excluded. In Northern Ireland, 47% still want to remain in the UK, with 42% in favour of a united Ireland and a significant proportion 11% undecided. However, asked if they supported a referendum on a united Ireland within the next 5 years, 51% said yes compared to 44% who were against. Some 23% still back leaving in the UK and Wales, however, while 31% supported a referendum. Polls also explored Scottish voting habits ahead of crucial elections to the Scottish Parliament in May. Polls found the SNP way ahead on 70%, up 7 points since the last elections in 2016, while the Tories were down 6 points on 25%, with Labour down 5 points on 19%. The poll is the 20th in support for independence across the UK, with the SNP rubbing their hands at the results. Professor Sir John Curtice warned the Union Foundation in Scotland and Northern Ireland was fragile. The professor of politics at the University of Strathclyde said, "In Scotland, our poll confirms the message of other surveys that there is now a narrow majority in favour of independence, the first time the Union has consistently been behind in the polls. At the same time, more people would be pleased than upset if Scotland were to leave the Union." However, Professor Sir John warned the financial consequences of leaving the Union for Scots was a drawback despite their doubts about Brexit. Meanwhile, in England, Professor Sir John said there was still little or no appetite for the country to be left on its own. He said, about half would be upset if England, Scotland and Wales were to separate, while only about 1 in 8 would be pleased.